When it comes to the question of elderly care, many liken it to the story of monks fetching water. One monk fetches water, two monks carry water together, but with three monks, no one fetches water. The idea is that with many children, parents may assume they will be better cared for, but often, it results in each child thinking the others will take responsibility, leading to no one taking action. Everyone tries to avoid feeling they're shouldering the burden alone. In fact, after children start their own families, the relationship between parents and children shifts. It's no longer one household but several families coexisting. This dynamic often requires managing relationships as you would with others in your social life, not just relying on familial bonds. Inviting children to gather for holiday meals might seem like a good way to maintain relationships, but such events are often just surface-level interactions. These gatherings might help maintain social customs, but they do little to address the deeper issues of elderly care. Psychologist Albert Mehrabian, in 1971, proposed the theory that when people communicate, only about 7% of the message comes from the actual words spoken. The tone and voice account for 38%, while non-verbal body language makes up 55%. This idea gave rise to the 7-38-55 rule, which suggests that good relationships require fewer words, better expressions, and more positive actions. When elders apply Mehrabian's rule in their relationships with their children, interactions tend to be smoother, leading to more effective and harmonious care. 1. Speak less, silence is golden. On a discussion forum, a young person shared their frustration with elderly relatives, saying, "Why do young people get so annoyed with older people's nagging?" Many quickly agreed, sharing similar experiences. One user described a situation where they proudly talked about matching their new green skirt with a white sweater. The elderly person immediately remarked, "Wearing white isn't good, it looks like morning clothes." Similarly, the user's attempt to cook fresh eggs for breakfast was met with opposition from an elderly relative, who insisted on using yesterday's leftovers to avoid waste. This constant micromanagement can feel suffocating. One user summarized it perfectly: "It's like they want to control every detail of my life, even criticizing which foot I step out with first." Philosopher Michel de Montaigne once said, "Silence is better than insincere words for social interaction." Many parents constantly remind and instruct their children, thinking it's for their own good. However, adult children are no longer the obedient kids they once were. Constant criticism and bringing up past mistakes only creates tension. Instead, practicing silence allows children to make their own decisions, fostering a healthier, more independent relationship. An elder who refrains from criticizing their children or nagging about their grandchildren's behavior will be more appreciated. 2. Smile more, initiate goodwill. Communication goes beyond words, it's about the tone, expressions, and gestures that accompany what is said. For example, when an elder calls their child to ask when they're coming home, their facial expressions may convey their emotions. If the elder looks expectant and excited, their happiness will be contagious. But if their expression is grim or disappointed, it can give off the wrong impression. The same goes for online interactions. Imagine a child posts pictures of a vacation on social media. If the elder responds with a smiley face or a like, it signals approval and happiness. But if the elder uses a sad face emoji, it could be interpreted as disappointment. Perhaps the elder feels neglected for not being invited or thinks the child is wasting money. In another example, if an elder video calls their daughter-in-law to ask if they will visit for the holidays but does so with a disapproving look, the daughter-in-law might decide not to come at all. The interaction becomes about avoiding conflict rather than sharing a happy moment. Similarly, if an elder scolds a grandchild for losing their homework with a stern face, it feels harsh. But if the same message is delivered with a smile, it becomes much more supportive. As Luxembourgian writer Michel de Montaigne suggests, no matter what happens, face life calmly and happily. With a positive tone and appropriate facial expressions, interactions with children and grandchildren become warmer and more genuine. 3. Take action, mutual support through real contributions. A common question is, why do elders end up helping raise grandchildren? Some may feel it's an obligation forced upon them, leading to resentment. However, wise elders understand that helping with childcare is a way of contributing to the family's well-being, giving their children more freedom to work and build their careers. One elder once said, "It makes more sense for younger people to work, while we older folks take care of smaller things." Even if the elder doesn't have substantial savings or a large pension, they can still contribute by helping in practical ways such as acting as a caretaker or offering support in their children's business. When elders view their assistance as a way to help the family, it transforms the dynamic from one of obligation to one of mutual support. As author Lin Yutang wisely noted, happiness consists of 4 things: sleeping in your own bed, eating food cooked by your parents, listening to your lover's words, and playing games with your children. Actively contributing to the family in meaningful ways brings warmth and joy to everyone involved. 4. Balance is key. A well-managed family equals a happy retirement. At any age, it's essential to avoid arrogance or expecting respect purely based on seniority. Even if an elder has a high pension, it's not something to boast about. In a healthy family, it's natural and desirable for children to earn more than their parents, as it reflects progress across generations. When family roles are balanced and clearly understood, it's easier for children to fulfill their responsibilities and take care of their parents without feeling burdened. Using emotional manipulation, financial incentives, or frequent gatherings to demand attention is not the best way to build strong relationships. Instead, genuine relationships are built on day-to-day kindness, support, and understanding. As elders and their children maintain respect for one another and act with kindness, the family bond grows stronger naturally. Remember, financial resources are limited, but the capacity for genuine human connection is limitless.